What's happening, everybody? I'm back. It's me, your resident supervillain, Mr. J. Washington, and I'm here with my official review for Disney's The Lion King. Now, this comes out before the movie, so more than likely you have not seen it, so I need to let you know there will be spoilers, but you kind of already know what the spoilers are going to be because more than likely you saw the original movie, so telling you it's spoilers is just like a duh, this shit's going to happen. Yeah, that was confusing. Look, first and foremost, let me say this movie is visually stunning. It is beautiful from the get-go. This movie has you like, wow. You forget that this is computer animated, basically, and it looks so realistic that to the finite details of the animals, to reflections in the eyes, the iris, the pupils, just even contours, hairs, fur, things like that. It's just done beautifully. Even the gravel, the grass, all that's so dope. This cast is amazing, all right? And yes, it is a shot for shot from the animated version of the movie. Now, I know a lot of people are like, well, yo, why would I want to go see that? It's a different take on it. Now, you can argue that, but think about this. Think about how many other films we've watched that have been remakes of the same film over and over again. So this isn't any different than what we've done. It's just giving a new medium to it. Instead of having it as a hand-drawn animation, it is now computer animated to give a realistic look as if the animals themselves were in the jungle. And boy, do they come off well. It is so amazing to hear James Earl Jones reprise his role as Mufasa. Like that in itself, it catches you because he doesn't sound weary. He doesn't sound like he shouldn't be playing it. It sounds like the Mufasa of old. And if you grew up watching the original Lion King, that nostalgia hits you, which it consistently does throughout the movie. Alfre Woodard as Sarabi is just powerful. Unfortunately, Madge Sinclair, God rest her soul, isn't available. But to have just another powerful woman in that role is so dope. Chiwetel Ejiofor as Scar delivers a powerful, impactful performance. It isn't that of Jeremy Irons from what we got in the original. There is a little variation of it, but it's still the conniving, the deceitful, the jealous, hateful Scar that you know. There was Florence Kambasa, I can't remember if I'm pronouncing the last name right, please forgive me. Her, Keegan-Michael Key, and Eric Andre as the hyenas are so freaking dope. Beyonce Knowles-Carter, she's Nala and she's dope. Donald Glover as Simba is amazing. J.D. McCready as the young Simba is so great because he sings, "Oh, I just can't wait to be king." And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I was in the theater singing to myself. I was like, everybody look left, everybody look right, everywhere you see I'm standing in the spotlight. That was about all I did because, we ain't got no real vocals here. But it was beautiful. The songs were still there. The emotion, the magic of it was all there. John Oliver as Zazu is so dope. The voice, like I said, the voice cast is phenomenal. John Connie as Rafiki. But at the end of the day, the standout breakout stars of this movie are Billy Eichner and Seth Rogen as Timon and Pumbaa. They steal the show. There is not a moment when they are on screen when you are not cracking up laughing. It is some of the same, dialogue that we had before, but they add their own twist to it as well, and it is so phenomenal. The way Jon Favreau decided to show you the jungle, show you what Pride Rock is, and show you down to the most meticulous detail, that is something that must be praised. Now, again, we marvel at his work he did with the Jungle Book. So no matter how you may feel about the film, him bringing that realism into it was a great thing. And him taking that same type of thing and enhancing it in The Lion King is so dope. Here's some things I loved. So they made Nala more of a badass, more than what she was in the original cartoon. And that's been the thing now. We empower more of the characters who should be empowered, especially the female characters. And if you remember, there is the point after Mufasa dies, which I'm going to get to in a second because that fucked me up again. Nala is with the rest of the lionesses, Sarabi and the others, who are now at Scar's bidding. sitting there in the cave. And at one point, Nala like, yo, we can't deal with this no more. She's ready to fight back. But Sarabi and the rest are like, you can't. And then Nala decides when she goes out on her own, we know that's what she does to go find Simba. But you see more of an assertiveness in this variation of Nala as opposed to what we saw in the cartoon. I'm going to go to Mufasa. So you all know, if you've never seen the original Lion King, what is wrong with you in your life? It comes on cable. If you don't have cable, you can catch it on Hulu or possibly Netflix before Disney Plus happens. But you know of the death of Mufasa scene. And it was an impactful death for us as children, even some adults when we first watched the original cartoon. But when you see it on the screen with a realistic looking lion and you just see the terrifying look, the look in his eyes, and even the look of menace and grim in Scar's face when he long live the king, or the king is dead. One of the two he said. I think he said long live the king. When he pushes him off, it's just something you watch and you like, holy shit. And to see the stampede of the wildebeest, to watch Simba's reaction, especially when after he falls and the stampede is done, and you see Simba come to him and like he does the, Dad, please wake up. I ain't gonna lie, I had all the tears flowing. Now let me tell you something before y'all judge me. I'm a thug, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm a straight up G. These was thug ass tears, you know what I'm saying? These are like, yo, my homie gone, you know what I'm saying? How we gonna be on the block without Mufasa? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Mufasa gotta go, you know what I'm saying? Scar gotta get up out of here eventually. And also, I'm a daddy, so I was like, I know what that pain feels like. But it was just something, like, really touching. The emotional moments were still there in the film. I told one of my buddies, I said, the only thing that would have made this more realistic is when Mufasa falls off the cliff, his body explodes like an actual lion would do. And it's just guts everywhere. And then Simba runs up and he put his face all in Mufasa's blood. And he's just like, Daddy! Then Simba goes crazy and just starts killing everything. But that's a whole nother movie. There is one part after Nala and Simba reunite. Simba realizes who he is again. He's ready to take back Pride Rock, and Simba's about to battle Scar, and the hyenas are there. Nala gets the other lionesses, and I was like, yo, what would have been so dope is if in the script they'd have had Nala, who was being played by Beyonce Knowles-Carter, say, okay, lioness, let's get in formation. I just wanted to hear formation from the lionesses. I felt like that was a perfect time. No, we're not going to do it? Okay. Like, I felt like that would have been a perfect moment for that. There isn't much to say. I think this movie will definitely be up for Oscars. Now, the question becomes, what category does it fall under? Does it fall under just regular animated or whatnot? Because this is considered to be, they call it live action. So is this still animated? How would this go? I believe this definitely will be up for awards. Visually, it is too stunning. The cast and the cast and crew around it are amazing. The duet that you hear with Beyonce and Donald Glover singing "Can You Feel the Love Tonight," I literally leaned over to my homegirl who was with me and I was like, Simba about to fuck. That's all I kept saying and I couldn't help it. Like, it was just something about seeing Simba and Nala going, you like Simba finna fuck, and they didn't show it. I was like, y'all live action, you gonna show us the jungle. You should show us them getting it on. But it probably, saying there'd been a camel somewhere in Pride Rock, a la Jay-Z, been like, yo, not gonna do that, son. You're not gonna be able to hove, all that shit. But I digress. This movie is great. For me, it is a nostalgia film. It is a remake of something we've seen before, like I said. But it's done numerous times with many other films, many other properties. The stories are retold. So what is the reason for people being upset? Let's just be honest. And then some people are going to be mad because, like I said, it is a shot-for-shot remake. And be like, well, damn, if I just want to see a shot-for-shot remake, I'd just watch the original. I get that. But at the same time, this is a new take on it with a new medium, a new form of animation. Chiwetel Ejiofor even does Be Prepared. It's a truncated version. It's a shorter version, but I'm surprised because at first I heard Be Prepared would not be in the movie. And I was like, that's one of the pivotal songs. And he does sing it. If I had to give this a rating of 1 to 5 stars, I give it a 5. Again, it touched me in so many different ways. Visually, it caught me. Mostly, it hit me. It had me laughing. It had me in the edge of my seat. I remember things that were happening, and at the same time, there were some things that still shocked me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what this movie should do. This is a family film. This is something you can go on a date. This is something you can go see by yourself. This is something that will, for kids who've never seen the original Lion King, introduce them to this, then show them the animated one. Whatever you want to do. But go in with an open mind. I know, so I have some friends of mine who hit me up on Facebook and was like, oh, I felt like I hated it. I felt like this was just a money grab by Disney and blah, blah, blah. Again, I'm not trying to stand for Disney in any way. You know, people will say, oh, you just standing for them, you a Marvel shield, blah, blah, blah. Nah, here's the deal. Like I said, there have been other films repeatedly that have been remade, shot for shot, and people still go see them. So why are we so anti what is happening now with cartoons? And people saying Disney trying to ruin our childhood. How can they ruin something they gave to you? They gave it to you. I mean, when you think about it. But nonetheless, if you've seen it, I want to know your thoughts in the comments below. If you're planning on seeing it, let me know. If you're not, let me know. Like, subscribe, click on the notification bell so you know when I'm dropping new videos. Are you excited for The Lion King? You know there's more live action movies on deck. We'll talk about those as those come up, of course, all right? Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Mr. J Washington, MRJAY. You should know how to spell Washington. Make sure you are here on my YouTube channel, so you subscribe, J Washington 80. Join my Patreon, my Supervillain Squad, patreon.com/Mr. J Washington. I get you a lot of extra stuff I don't keep on my podcast, which is the Mad Titan podcast, where I get you caught up on everything that's happening in the Marvel and DC live action and cinematic universes. It is barbershop talk for nerds, so come on in the convo, man. I will holler at you guys next time. Till then, take care. I'm out of here. Peace.